Hello and welcome to the spoken tutorial on testing in Django. In this tutorial, we will learn to write tests in Django and run the tests in Django. To record this tutorial, I am using Ubuntu Linux 16.04 operating system, Python 3.5, Python 3.4-venv or higher, and gedit text editor. To follow this tutorial, you need to know how to create models in Django. If not, then please go through the prerequisite Django tutorials on this website. Automated testing is very useful while coding. We can validate our code during the development stage itself. It is preferred to write tests in Django using the unit test module. Let us open the terminal by pressing Ctrl, Alt and T keys simultaneously on the keyboard. Using the cd command, go to the folder my-django. Activate the virtual environment. Now go to the my site folder using cd command. Here onwards, please remember to press the enter key after typing each command. Let us write the test case for our blog app. Type gedit space blog slash tests.py space ampersand. We are now in tests.py file. Here we import test case from Django's test module. Test case is a subclass of unit test. A test case checks whether a given set of inputs leads to an expected set of results. Let us now add a class blog test case as shown here. Here we have created a class blog test case to test our blog model. It is a subclass of test case. Class test case is used for writing tests in Django. So, after the test case import, we will import the blog model. Whenever the test runs, first it will call the setup method. Setup runs once for every test method to set up clean data. So, in the setup, a blog is created. Here, a method test underscore blog underscore created is defined to test the blog which is created. Class test case methods begins with the name test. Django's test runner runs these test methods. Here we get the blog object that we created in the setup method. IDs are uniquely generated for each blog. But in complex cases, many blogs are created and deleted. Let us define a variable as string new blog. Assert equal is a method provided by test case. It checks whether the two arguments passed here are equal or not. Here we have passed the blog name and expected string new blog. If the condition does not evaluate as expected, then the test will fail and report the error. Now we have added a test case. Save the file. Let us now run the test. Switch to the terminal. Then type python space manage.py space test space blog. Here we can see the output. Test ran successfully as the first and second arguments which were passed are equal. The test we ran is very minor. So let us add another test case for blog app. Add a method in blog test case as shown here. Get the blog object to test by passing the ID and assigning it to the variable blog. Assign the value true to is underscore created underscore recently. Here in assert equal, the first argument is a method call. The method is was underscore created underscore recently and it is expected to return true. So our second argument is a boolean true. Save the file, switch to the terminal. Now recall the previous command to run the test. The output says ran 2 tests. Assert equal function in method test underscore was underscore created recently returns true. As the two arguments passed are equal, the second test also ran successfully. Now open the models.py file. We will change the logic of was underscore created underscore recently method in this file. Type gedit space blog slash models.py space ampersand. We are now in models.py file. In the class blog, locate the was underscore created underscore recently method. In the return statement, change the sign greater than to less than. Since the blog object was not created recently, the method returns false. Save the file, switch to the terminal, and run the test again. The output shows an assertion error. Was underscore created underscore recently method returns false instead of true. This shows the power of having tests. In case anyone modifies the code incorrectly later on, then the tests will help to detect it. Switch back to models.py file to revert the changes. Now in the method was underscore created underscore recently under the class blog, change the less than sign to greater than. Save the file, switch to the tests.py file. In the function test underscore was underscore created recently, modify the code as shown. Here assert true method is used to check the test that the expression is true. Save the file, switch to the terminal and run the test app. The test ran without any errors, satisfying the given condition. Django test case provides assertion methods. These are useful for testing web applications. Here is the reference link to the documentation of methods. Switch to tests.py file. Modify the code as shown here. Here we created a blog object blog2 in setup method. Here we get the blog object 2 that we created in the setup method. Let us use assert false method for our blog object 2 in our was underscore created underscore recently function. Here assert false method is checks the test the expression is false. Save the file, switch to the terminal. Let us now run a particular test case. To do that, we have to write the method name like this. On execution, we can see the output for the test case. Assertion error raised and error message true is not false. This is because the was underscore created underscore recently returns true and we are expecting false. Switch to tests.py file to correct the assertion error. Change the assert false to assert true. Save the file, switch to the terminal and execute the specific test case again. The test ran successfully without any assertion errors. This is how we should perform the testing in Django. Let us now deactivate the virtual environment. Test runner will create an empty test database with required migrations. By default, database will be deleted if all tests are executed or if assertion error is raised. Setup and teardown methods are run before and after every test respectively. This allows you to set up a basic context or environment inside each of the tests. Setup method runs before every test. Teardown method will only be called if the setup succeeds. With this, we come to the end of this tutorial. Let us summarize. In this tutorial, we have learned to write tests in Django, run tests in Django. As an assignment, write a test case for article model and run the test. The video at the following link summarizes the spoken tutorial project. Please download and watch it. The spoken tutorial project team conducts workshops and gives certificates. For more details, please write to us. Please post your timed queries in this forum. Please post your general or technical questions in this forum. Spoken Tutorial project is funded by MHRD, Government of India. The script has been contributed by Tyagarajar College of Engineering and the FOSSEE project, IIT Bombay. The video has been recorded by Praveen from Spoken Tutorial project, IIT Bombay. Thanks for watching.